Hello, and we're live. How is it going? Let's see, is everything good? I think so. Yeah, so let's wait a few minutes. I have to fix this actually. Fix this. Yeah, there we go. I'll have to fix that. Hey, what's up? Brendan, how are you? Let's go. Yeah, okay, so right before the live stream, I was looking. Ugh, why does it do this? Where are we? Oh, yeah, I was in this. Oh, whoop. Okay. This one. This is the one I was looking for. Okay. Now, ChatGPT, is it important to be original or is it the execution? Great question, Rodrigo. Great question. I think the execution is definitely important. I think starting with, hey, what's up? Starting with understanding what you're trying to build. Okay, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. But before we do, what was I trying to open? I was trying to open something. Oh yeah, ChatGPT. So let's have a discussion. This is discussion time. Welcome to people that are just joining. Quit calling me by my real name. Opspec, you bugger. Okay, is that Opspec? Oh no, what am I saying? Opsec. What? Okay. Anyway. Then what should I call you? Let me know what you want me to call you. Okay. So here is the most common thing, one of the most common questions I get when you know I work in cybersecurity. Yeah. Just kidding. I don't know what that means. OPSEC? What? Operation security, right? Oh, I see what you. Where's the Assad to tell me? Oh my God, look at you. You're so slow. So slow. I get what you mean. Was a joke. No, I know it was a joke, but I didn't get the joke. The punchline didn't hit. Because you're trying to protect your identity, and me saying your name is putting that at risk, which is the joke. Okay, me explaining a joke makes it even less funny. Anyway, okay. Yeah, so like I said, today's topic. How do you deal with me? I don't know. Okay. Today's topic is how to come up with original ideas, project ideas. Now, what's his name made a video what's his name? Nizabi, which you guys should give him a follow if you haven't came across his channel yet. Let me put it in the description. Really great content there. And he was talking about get projects like this on your resume, and it was an interesting watch.
This is a very common story amongst new developers. You want to get it.
And he was saying, let's see, the projects that you should be building something original. Why would that make you stand out?
And easiest path to success in the development space. What you want to do is to impress others, to get other people's attentions, to get more users. You have to be an original dev.
So, who was it? Rodrigo, you were asking which one is more important. Is it the originality or is it the execution? No, was just acting like one of those anon guys. For me, it doesn't matter. I don't work for the government. Hackers value their anonymity. Yes, I bet they do. I would totally blow away their identity in 2 seconds.
The original dev is someone that builds something off their own idea.
Yeah.
Idea of an application, really just found some sort of...
Has their own concept, is original. right? Just taking, because, okay, so here's the thing. There is a lot of nowadays, a lot of content where we got all these creators, amazing creators, building out these full stack applications, giving you the source code, all of this stuff. And it's like an already made project in your hands. But then it's like, what do you do with it once you have it? I think the purpose of these tutorials is to teach you how to build out certain features and certain aspects of it. So then you could go apply it to your own original ideas. Original. Now, people ask, okay, how do you come up with the original idea? Is it really important to have an original idea? Why can't I just do a clone? Yeah, you can do whatever you want. No one's stopping you. Now, the only thing is that now, let's say in the case you do have an original idea, what do you do then? How do you approach the building process? Right? What if you come across a situation where you haven't really seen or built out before a specific feature of your app? Then how do you deal with that? That's sometimes what comes up with your, what's it called, when you're building out things for the first time. One day I have to teach myself about CS. It's important for developers to know too. It's called security by design. It's also applicable to your personal life too. Most people are surprised when I tell them that. That's how vulnerable they really are and open their eyes. I'll do it for free. Do what for free? So I think, let's see. Teach you about CS. You read it wrong. Oh, teach you about CS. I have to teach you about CS, cybersecurity. Okay, I always confuse CS with, what's it called? Computer science with cybersecurity. The acronym, at least. Because, right, we're in one space. Where's the idea that I had? Was it here? Or wasn't this other one? Monorepo template. Was it this one? No, it wasn't this one. Where was it? Services? I haven't tried. Maybe here? Man, this is what happens when you put things in the wrong place. Is it this one? No. Okay. I think it was here. This one. One day on Discord we'll play it. You'll find out some stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, we'll plan it. Find out some stuff. Yeah. No, one of my good friends, he's actually a cybersecurity analyst, and he tells me about like the different software he uses and the things that I forgot what company it was. But he's a contractor, so he does cybersecurity for his company, does it for other businesses. So because they don't have an in-house team, so they hire them to like make sure there's no like fraudulent things or people hacking into their system and stuff like that. It's interesting stuff. But yeah, one day. Okay, how to come up with original ideas. Now, I think I was talking about this the other day, right? Let's find it's problems, find problems. I'm gonna repeat it 3 times because it's important. That's a different team for the same job. Mine is SOC and analyst. He does one of the toughest and most important jobs. Cool. Dang. Yeah, definitely important. And I think security itself is very underrated and not represented as much as it should because, that information is important. Same job as me is what I said. Okay, he does. Yeah, probably. Maybe. I'm here to lecture about my ideas like this. Nice. Yeah, like I said, find problems. A lot of people, most of the time, let me do a big X. They try to use tech. You can do it. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. Let me see. X. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. Most people think about the solution first. Just a reminder. I think I should put that over there. And what do I mean by that? Cut, paste. Hey, I'm here to get lectured about my ideas. I like this. No, she teaches well. I listen to her advice on YouTube. Good info for sure. Thank you. Appreciate it. And if it's not, let me know so then I could change it up. Or if you have anything better to say, let me know. I am here to learn. Don't try not to take anything personally unless, unless they're inappropriate. Then I'll take it personally if it's inappropriate. Anyway, most people think about the solution first. So let's say. I have an idea. What's a good idea? Do any of you guys have an idea right now? What is an original idea? Is there such a thing? Is there such a thing as a thing is a question? Is there such a thing as original? Because most of the time when you think of something and you do research, it already exists, or in some way or another. What are you guys saying? Build a plugin? No, I was serious. Good way to learn coding and make money. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. And then, right, find a problem. And a lot of people do this, right? The ones that are successful projects, right? Most people find a solution. So it's worth reiterating because I think a lot of people forget as they're building. Successful projects include, I think, have a really deep understanding of the problem. The value your solution brings is what you need to define, right? Successful projects, team has a deep understanding of the problem. The value your solution brings is clear. Because if you can't explain, so here's my thing. Here's why I wanted to talk about this. I think and it's for not just for people, it's for me as well to articulate it and I think re-emphasize, and maybe people haven't heard about it before. And then also obviously I'm gonna plug in our app because we want to help you manage those ideas in one place. Then also think of a tool if there's a way to help you brainstorm things to give you a better understanding of the direction you want to go. I think a lot of people have like lofty, big, ambitious ideas. I want to do this to save the planet, or I want to build this app to change Medicare or medical care in the US or whatever, they're just big, really big goals. And I think the companies and the startups and the indie hackers or whatever, it could be applied to anything. The reason why they're successful is because their product itself is just easier to understand and easy to use most of the time. It depends on the software you're building and who you're building it for, right? For the general consumer, I think that's important. For enterprise products, right, you might need to add more complexity and security and roles and whatnot. But so I was thinking about this, and I asked ChatGPT because it helps me with that, with the brainstorming and like what am I trying to say. So here's what I asked it. So I said, so a lot of people have this problem when coming up with an idea. It's like too big or too broad, or it's just, they're like, oh, we could do this to do this, but does it really make sense to do that? Doesn't really have a core thing that you know what it does. It's like, I want it to do this, but also do that, and then also add this. So there's like a bunch of different things that maybe they might not be cohesive, where if a user uses it, they know exactly what value it brings. It might be, some people might say it might be overwhelming. Some people say it might be hard to use. So there's like a lot of like psychology and things that you have to think about, before I start coding. And I've emphasized this before. There's a lot of like prep work, but obviously, but you shouldn't stay too long in this analysis paralysis of thinking, oh, we can make this assumption, we can make that assumption. It's make a hypothesis, test it out, see if, you're getting feedback, or if you need to update or change anything. And then if you do, then try something different, And here's what I was trying to articulate. Yeah, so here's some good examples. And one example is Airbnb, which is like renting. I was trying to describe what it is. It already knows what it is, but like the formula, like, is there a formula? I've seen a bunch of formulas. Like if you see, I've always use Mark as an example, right? Like shift fast. Look at all of these like headlines. I think that's important to grab someone with like a hook to get their attention, and then explain, what it is in one sentence right underneath it. It's a boilerplate to help you. What is it? Who is it for? Build your SaaS, so developers. And then what will it give me? It will give me a way to make money fast. Same thing with Zen Voice, right? Focus on your startup. Let your customers generate, edit, and download Stripe invoices so you don't have to. It clearly defines who it is, like your customers, so people who use Stripe. And what do you get? You get to download it, right? And so you don't have to. So you save the time you get rid of another, thing that you have to do on the list of things that you have to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Those are, I think, a couple of good examples that he has. There are a bunch of other indie hackers out there that are solving problems every day. You got Headshot Pro, and they take out, professional business headshots without physical photo shoot. It tells you exactly what it is in one line. Who is it for? Someone who wants to get a professional headshot of themselves without actually going in person, spending the time to, book an appointment for a photographer or someone to, take your photo. And you could just get it in, a couple hours or however long it takes for them to generate it. So these are like good examples to base off your idea, as in to really clarify what you're trying to do. And then I think ChatGPT really gave a good example. So right here, a common approach for simplifying and clarifying a business idea is using the X4Y formula. So I use that as an example. I don't know if is it really called this? Let me double check. Is it really called X4Y formula? I just made that up. Term isn't formally recognized. Let's see. Analogy, pitch, positioning statement, a more formal marketing term. Elevator, there you go, like elevator pitch, one line, value proposition. I think that's probably the better one, value proposition. Yeah, let's finish this. Let me know if this is interesting to you guys. This is like really interesting to me. And the reason why I'm emphasizing the, at least the profitability aspect of it, because if you're building a project, wouldn't you also want to get money from it or monetize it? Or are you just building? You could do both, like, right, learn from it, but also why not monetize it as well? And then I think you don't even have to monetize it, but I guess the concept in building it, so you're not just building to build, you're building, to what makes a project good, right? Are you applying this thinking to project planner? Yes, I think, let's see. We started, yeah, before we started diving into building project planner, me and Cody, we worked a couple days on really like researching and thinking about what value or what problem would be solving. And there are a couple problems that we had, you know, as an option to solve. Let's see. I think it was here. Like before we even started any coding. So don't code first, I think was what I would also say. Reminder. And then let me put, don't start coding first. Coding yet. I think really, yeah, don't start coding yet. This is like, don't start coding yet until I think having an idea, until you have don't start, did I say doing? I meant coding. Don't start coding anything yet until you thought about what problem, you thought about what you will be building. Not is coding. Don't start coding yet until, dang it. There we go. Now it's coding. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, you thought about don't start coding yet until you thought about what you will be building, what inputs and outputs you will have, what you expect the user to enter in, if any, right? Where is the data coming from? It's not necessarily how it's being managed yet, because I think that's all fundamental, right? Like CRUD, how it's being stored, what tech stack you're going to use. That's not all that important, I think, in the beginning. It's really clear to, like, on a pseudo level, understand the flow. I think that's another thing. Understand the data flow, how the data is flowing. What do you want the user to see? What don't you want them to see? Hey, can you please help me with picking up a project to work on? I don't know how I could help you with that. I mean, you could choose, there's a bunch of open source projects. It depends on, I don't know. Like, let me see, open source. Have you tried open source? If you want to do open source, I don't know if you're talking about if you're trying to get a job. I think that's a little bit different than a project. I think what I mean by project is either you want to do a side hustle or you want to put something on your resume or make it a full-time thing. Let's see. I think open source, right? Yeah, there we go. Transform your open source strategy insights to validate and share the value and impact of open source to your organization. So this is more enterprise, I think. Yeah. Put something on, okay, so it's something on your resume. Let's see. So are you trying to build something from scratch, or are you trying to do something open source? The tech stack or what technologies you'll be using is probably one of the last steps. 100%. Thank you for sharing that. And yes, last steps. Anything else you guys have any input for? Last steps, center. Oh, that's not gonna work. I don't like that. Okay. First, let's see. Let's try this. Okay, let's put this inside a figure. No, here. There we go. Much better. Okay. Figure, first steps. First. Oh, let's put that in here actually. First steps. Last steps. Last steps. Actually, then you can choose a tech stack, how where you want to host it, etc. Right? Let me know if I'm missing anything. Okay. Now, I think the thing that people struggle the most with, and I think in general, right, people struggle with is the problem. It's really, I think that's where product designers or people who think about the product a lot come in handy, and building that mindset and secondhand nature, right, can come into play. Because as a developer, you might not think about that stuff. You're like, oh, like let me try building this. More so for the understanding of the technical aspect of something is how something is built, not necessarily about how maybe a user interacts with it, or, like, is it a feature that is useful to a user and whatnot. And it all, of course, you don't get it right the first time. It takes a couple tries. But then having that flexibility to pivot. So what are a bunch of, let's see, how to come up, is there such thing? And we can elaborate on this. Let's elaborate on this. We could elaborate on this. Feels like most things you think of are already created. That's what it feels like, right? Also, I think it's you can take an existing thing and make it better, whatever that means, right? What time is it, by the way, in your place? It is 5:38 p.m. in the afternoon, evening-ish. Let's see. You can take an existing thing and make it better. Right. You could... Is there such a thing? Why doesn't your idea exist already is another question. Because then, yeah, I was talking with Cody in the beginning of building the Project Planner AI, that the thing that people struggle with, I think, or we personally struggle with, is we start building something and then add features, start with one feature, right? Focus on one feature, but then you come across a situation where you might not technically know how to apply or add that feature. But you could, or if it's possible, if you can, and that's like a time-consuming thing that could maybe hinder what you're building and lose motivation. So it's not all about, like, okay, you could come up with an idea, but how do you learn how to, right? The first steps, this is like the first stage. right? Small, right? Don't start coding yet. Think about what you're gonna. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Let's move this. This is the one. Okay, let's put this here. Let's put this here. Like that. And then first stage. Thanks. Hey, Pato. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. We got this in here. First stage, second. This is like, what would you call this? Like notes. Successful people, successful projects. They have a deep understanding of the project. Don't start coding yet. First do something like this. Right? First do this. This is the first stage. Let's make this a little bit. There you go. Okay. Prerequisite / reminder. Right? Find a problem. Find problems. Mostly this is a lot of text. How can I simplify this? I think I repeat myself sometimes. Can you simplify this for me? Focus on a problem, avoid jumping to solutions, define building blocks in one sentence. Start by identifying the problem, clearly understand how it flows. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay, I'm gonna remove the bullet points from this. Let's just keep this all like that. Let's do this. I'm gonna shrink it. Can I shrink this? Yes, there we go. First stage. Start by identifying the problems clearly. Too big? Too big still. Okay, here we go. First, yeah, start by identifying, let's see, I can make this bigger too. Smaller, 50. There we go. Right? I'm not the greatest at diagramming, but this is, I guess, my thought process. Start by identifying the problem clearly, understand how your data flows through the system, and then define how you'll build it and how users will interact with it. Next step, second step. What do you guys think the second stage is? Once you got that, then I would say start doing a basic wireframe. I think wireframing is the best thing you can do. You don't need to go into directly start building it. I think that's a thing a lot of people do. Let's change this. Then build a very simple wireframe of the app. And I think a lot of people don't do this. And this could be the key thing of saving you a lot of time and really thinking about, oh, I don't really know how this app is going to look like. Let me actually do research. Let's see. Do research into the problem and see if there are any existing solutions. Then build a very simple wireframe with your, thing. And then after that, the third stage, I think, would be something like, let's see. Then if you think it has, if you think you're good, then you can start prototyping and testing things out. Prototyping and building. Prototyping and building with your chosen stack. Right? Or however you want to do it. I think this one I also need to say, do some research, select one feature to build. Select one feature to build first, and then build a very simple wireframe for that feature. Also, an MVP is important to see if your idea can attract users. Yeah, great. So yeah, start building. I think what I mean by prototyping, you can, if you think you're good, build an MVP. Good point. Yep. You'll build an MVP with build an MVP and see if there is any user traction. Not jumping straight ahead to building the whole thing. Right. Yeah. Building MVP. So that's what I meant by here, right? Doing the research, select one feature to build and build a very draw a very simple wireframe of the app or site of the web or mobile app, because one's gonna look different, so you have to choose or think about once you're doing the research, you'll see, okay, what kind of user you're gonna have. Are you gonna have a user that is a power desktop user? Or are you gonna have a user that's mostly on their phone? And then what medium, which medium to build on or what form, But this is not really about coming up with it is actually the idea. So the idea is more of the process of, once you have an idea, can you do these steps? And then the formula, which I digressed to talking about this, is, let's see, this. So how do these other companies do it? Hello, what's up? So identify the core functionality. So I did it. I tried putting it in for Project Planner AI and wanted to see the output that it gave me, which I can use for like marketing and really understanding the product better. And the common approach for simplifying and clarifying business, right? Which stands for a product. So this is a value proposition, a product for a specific user or need. This formula helps you distill the core value and proposition of a product, service. So if someone pitches me an idea, which a couple people have, and I can't really, like the value proposition doesn't really resonate with me, then, that helps me see if I should, continue working or work with someone or not. I have AMD GPU and I can't use it in Windows because I can't install ROX for code deep learning, PyTorch, and TensorFlow. Who has a solution? Ooh. Why don't you just get so what do you need? Do you need a Linux server or something for deep learning? Oh, what did I see the other day? What's it called? Oh, I saw it somewhere. There's an affordable thing that you can buy. I think it's basically like a very what's it called? I don't know if that's the word. Like a jacked up Raspberry Pi that has like a lot of power and let me see. But wait, I don't understand what you're trying to do, bro. Okay. Going back to this, I'm getting sidetracked. The X for Y formula, the product. So X is the product or service you're offering. Y is the target user specific need being addressed. So examples for X of Y. So here you go. We got Airbnb, an online marketplace for renting other people's homes for travelers. Uber, a ride-hailing service for people needing convenient and fast transportation. Spotify, a music streaming service for people who want on-demand access, right? It keeps going on and on. And these are, like, when you think of these names, they're very clear and you know exactly what they do and what value they provide and why people use it. What are you doing? I don't know. What are you saying? Okay. So what am I doing? Okay. What I'm doing is as by the title of this live stream, we're thinking about projects because we be developers or other different types of people that like building projects. I'm assuming. Okay, and yeah, okay, we were here. Let's go back to this. So if you have an idea, I think it's good to try to implement this formula to better understand what kind of project or what direction you want to go on your project. So for us, we are a Project Planner AI is a project management platform for people who want to have all their side projects and maintain it all in one place. That's our value proposition. It could be a better one, definitely, but we have at least a starting point or an idea of what we're trying to build. There are a lot of other people that are doing this in the space, but what could be one thing that we can offer, maybe a cheaper solution, maybe the cheaper means not as much functionality, or maybe we do have other functionalities in other areas, but that's like going deeper into the problem, right? We started off with the problem, which we had, and then I think clarifying the solution and providing something that's very simple, like helps with that. Like, what is it? Room GPT. Room GPT is a very good example, right? We got Room GPT. Let's see, you're a personal AI interior designer. This is the value, right? You see it right in front of you. You give it an image and it gives you a suggestion of what type of interior you can change it to. So it like saves you time and helps you think of like different ideas. So this is an example, right? Let's see. Crafting one sentence pitch. Identify, this is it. Identify the core functionality of your product, determine the primary user or market it serves, combine them into a simple and clear statement. And if you're not able to do this for your project, then I'm sorry to say it might be doomed to fail. That might be hard to hear, but give me a case where a project is successful and you can't define what exactly it is. Identify, determine. To create, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, right? Okay. And where would this go? I think this would go actually I think probably here. Use it. Yeah, I think I need to switch this one. Let's move this down. Let's move this one. This should actually go in here. So let's move this. Let's take this and put this in here. There you go. Delete. Second stage is here. And this can, I think, translate to any type of idea. It doesn't have to be just software. It could be a physical product. It could be anything. Let's change this. Does anybody have any other inputs or things you think I'm missing? Fourth stage. Now I think, like I said by the title, how do you come up with this? How do you come up with this part? What are the problems? The problems. I could give you a list of, I could like give you my thought process if you want. If you think of building, yeah. Then see if it has user interaction, and then you would repeat the flow. Okay. Here's my thought process on ideas. Let's see. My problems I face. My problems I face. And then, oh, let's do a table. I like a good table. Let's see. Is that the table I wanted? I don't think so. Oh, you can't do tables in here. They don't look that nice. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Okay, we'll do this. Okay. The problems I face. Problems I face, and then what would be the value proposition? Right? Based off of this formula, what is my one sentence pitch? Solution. Now, I think it's really hard to come up with the original ideas because you are so inundated with all the things that already exist on the market. So, like, another example is Void Pet, right? Void Pet by Ben Awad and I believe Lisa. Right? It's a game, right? Gosh, your inspiration for me. Oh, thank you. It's a game, but it's more than just a game. And this is like the creative aspect of this, where you can, this is like more mental health, even though it's not really marketing it as a mental health game, but it's using aspects of it to, make it unique and original and different. That's like the underlying value that someone can get by using this, app. So it's really cool. And yeah, you can look at the websites that exist. Go to like Product Hunt, see what products people are using. Why do people, give it like a higher rank? See like these are like great examples, right? Accelerate your startup. What value are they providing? And you can use it as an example to start and think about ideas for yourself. Problems I face though. So here's a couple that are probably, I don't know if they'll go anywhere, but let's say I have I want a way to see whose birthday it is, to see all the birthdays in my family. But I don't have Facebook. Right? On my phone, on my device. I think one of the problems currently is what we as developers, we only think about solving problems that we have not for normal people, that they also have problems that can be solved by a SaaS. Yes. That is a wonderful statement. Non-coding related problems, because we're so consumed by coding that all the problems we can think of are coding related. Well, not necessarily. I think most of them. So let's take off your programmer hat and think about like real world problems. And then also, I think it's good to talk to other people in like different fields and see what issues they're facing. Like I told you, I was working on QuizTube. So this is an app that we're building. Not this one, QuizTube. And like when this was an idea that someone from our hackathon had, right? Taking YouTube videos and generating quizzes out of them. But then we thought quickly, okay, who's our user? Our user could probably be someone that's like a self-starter, self-learner that likes to quiz themselves and, do that. But we really thought about it. Would someone pay to take a quiz? Most likely not. But if we get like a lot of users, maybe we could use a different model in terms of monetization. But yeah, let's see. For this one, we reached out. So we spent a few days. We reached out to our network. We had the other group of people would be teachers and students. The teachers would give students quizzes, but then the value that this would be providing is saving teachers time from making quizzes. But is that big of an issue for a teacher? And I think there is already a platform that does this. It's called Edpuzzle. And I think on our platform, it generated all of our competition, so it saved us time looking into it. So if you go plan, if we go to competitive analysis, you can see, this was one of the options here. There are these other, examples, and you can see what they look like, but this is tailored more towards like schools and districts, so they have to probably pay. Look, if they are asking for a quota or quote, then you know that it's a little bit expensive. I guess to boil it down to taking inspiration from others and adding something of your own to add it up, just like this quiz app, combining a quiz app and YouTube video. Yeah, that's a good point. Ken. That's an option, right? So this one, problems I face. Exactly. Being around just developer communities will not help. No, it will not. Right? There are a lot of, if you look at Y Combinator, right? Y Combinator, every day they're coming out on their Twitter and posting about different companies that have been accepted to their cohort, right? On Twitter. And now if you see the ones that are being accepted, or they talk about, or they, market, then you'll see like the different, here you go, make something people want, right? Make something people want. That's like I think a Paul Graham quote, or just a Y Combinator quote. And the thing is, like, how do you know what people want? But I think the best way to do it is starting with a problem you face, because one, you're more likely to work longer on it, because you might not get as bored or as tired because it's something that you would want. You might feel those things, but the value brings value to your life. So I think there's even more reason for you to build it. And I think a lot of these, most of these founders, I think, use their life experiences and things that they've gone through, or the people around them that have gone through, to build out products and stuff like that. Whether it be another AI chatbot, but an AI chatbot specifically for a specific niche group, that could be one. It could be, let's say, let me finish this. So here are a couple, this is just, like I said, original ideas without taking inspiration from others or at first, right? I want a way to see all the birthdays of my family, but I don't have a Facebook. Let's see, one sentence. An app that shares. What is the value proposition? One sentence pitch. Let's see. What did we say? What's the formula? A mobile app for people who want to see. There's not really much value in that. I'm trying to think, what value would it be? We want to keep track of birthdays. Track of friends and family members' birthdays, right? That's one way. Not just keep track of, but an app that reminds you of birthdays, right? That's like, see, like the wording matters, and I think the wording affects how you approach the problem. See, this is a problem, right? I think I mentioned the other day on the other live stream, right? I can't convert an app for people who want to appear attentive to their family, but want an app to do the heavy lifting for them while they're attentive to things that are actually more important to them. Oh my God, that is an amazing app idea. Okay. So let's see, right? This is, so what's the problem? What's the core problem that app would be solving, right? We went straight to the solution. We went straight to the solution, but what's the problem if you really think about it? They miss people's birthdays, right? Okay, keep digging deeper. What else? What's the value? That you're building connection, right? That you're, what else? Problems. I can't convert. What did I say? An app for people who want to appear attentive to their family, but want an app to do the heavy lifting. Never forget a family member's birthday again. Never forget to message a family. The problem is I forget to message my family members on their birthdays, right? You guys go steal away. If you're able to build this out, feel free, because if you don't, then who will? I forget to message my family members on their birthdays. An app that messages, that automatically messages people on friends and family on their birthdays. And then you could dig in even deeper, right? But this is just the pitch. The deeper would be more technical stuff. You could say they could have a pre-assigned template of what they want to send, and just, replace the template name with your family member's name. Because it's like sometimes you don't know what to say for birthdays or for anything. For birthdays, for graduations, for anniversaries, for all of these things. But if you then dig in deeper, right, this is the idea process. If you dig in deeper into, right, this is not really maybe the greatest pitch. Let's see what ChatGPT can create for us. Let's see. Here's a problem. And then this is where you can use ChatGPT to help you. This is a potential solution. Can you create a one sentence pitch for the idea? 42 years ago, when I started software development, we had a program that ran every time we booted our mini computer, which just listed the next 3 birthdays, anniversaries in the family. It was a family business. No way. Same problem, different century. Wow. It was a family business. Interesting. An app that automatically sends personalized birthday message to your friends and family, ensuring you never miss a special day. Yeah, look, this is a good pitch. This is a problem that a lot of people face. Now, is it a problem that people would pay for? A digital menu for restaurants that use QR codes. Nope. So this already because Gmail does it for free. Right, but like Gmail. Who uses Gmail? It's like, and Hotmail does it for free. Right. But think about the user. Let's say you have like a 12-year-old cousin with a phone. Are they going to look at their email? And thank you for listing all the email providers. The digital and Android does it for free. The problem is to solve having paper menus, which sucks, can be damaged by time, and even want to update, you need more redoing. Yes. Okay, yes, for this case, yes, that is a problem, right? That is a problem, but I think that's a good example. Yes. But see, you started with, that's so interesting. I find that so interesting. This is like a experiment or test, because all of you started with the solution, an app that does this, rather than the problem. Well, I guess it doesn't matter the order that it comes in, does it? But I think it's good. Like I said, it's very important. What's the problem? So then you never forget. what's the issue? Rather than being obsessed with the solution. Which you should be both, right? Yeah, so the problem we said the problem is to solve. There we go. Okay, so you did mention the problem. I guess it makes more sense. We're used to doing it the other way around. A digital menu. We said for restaurants that uses QR codes, right? So that exists, I believe, already, right? And I agree. Like, it's a good problem to solve because, like you said, changing the menu takes time. Then if you do it paper, you're wasting money. But how much money does it cost to like really print them out? Maybe you have to pay a service to be able to a monthly service for you to store your digital menu. Maybe that would be interesting, a platform that lets the user update it there and has a nice UI, because I don't know how they do it right now. I've seen digital menus before with QR codes, but I'm not sure how they're doing it. Maybe they have someone to do it for them. Maybe they have like a tech person or something, or they set up the website. I don't know. Come on, guys. Any more ideas? Uber Eats has a menu creation part of the app, I think. Oh, no way. Okay, that makes sense. So that people use their app more, and they at least more likely to purchase something because they could see it or see what menu items are there. Because I think some small businesses and small restaurants don't have a website, and if they don't have a website nowadays, it's like you're not really, from time to time you want to have a discount. That as well. That's a great way to increase profits, and I think that's the main pull, right? Then switch to a digital menu, or have maybe two options, both if a in-person wants to see the physical menu, or what if their phone is dead, having that as a backup, but the main one be a digital menu. What are we brainstorming here? Ideas for projects or startups? I mean, both. Why not both? I think startups start as projects. When building a project, if they're static, but the idea is to have a dashboard for the company. Exactly, adjust things. Because I don't know. I don't think people. These assumptions. I don't think people who run the company are as tech savvy. So if they just need to log in and update whatever, they can. I was getting more at who is this for? Oh, got you. Just in general, just getting the brain juices flowing, thinking of like having a different mindset, like a creative mindset. This is like the fun part. I think this is the fun part about building something, which now that I'm thinking about it, is the problem, the idea. Let's say you're working for a company and you're building software every day and you're giving a ticket, or even for cybersecurity, right? There's an exercise for professional development. I don't know if you're kidding about that, I guess. I don't know. It's just a exercise to, let's see, projects. What can projects lead to? Not just professional development. No, it is. No, what? Projects. Okay, build a project. Okay, building a project. What is the value of building a project? What is the value of having an original idea? Digital menu could be a good AI tool, OCR, a printed menu, and the AI breaks it into entries, mains, desserts, and then you have an automation to pull their menu to delivery sites like Uber Eats. Okay. Okie dokie. Wait, did I really? What? Where did it go? There you go. How you make a plan for architecture. So that goes deeper into the, that's a great question. A lot of people have that question or have asked it, Jose. So you see we have a lot of text here, and back end and front end, only front end. I personally like starting with front end. What's the value of this anyway? I mean, what's the value of original project ideas? What's the value of building a project? The value. The value. The value. The value. You think, you learn to think outside the box, have the potential of doing a side hustle, making money. You can what else? Come up with original ideas. Solve problems that haven't been solved yet. Well, we're brainstorming, so there's no right or wrong thing that we're doing. This is for professional development. If something comes of it, that's valuable. If you become more creative, that's valuable. That's all. What do you mean by professional development? What's the value? Okay, that build unique projects for portfolio. Be able to build unique projects. Show people, maybe this is like original ideas, or better take similar projects that working on markets. Make a website to market yourself. Original ideas, or better take projects that working on markets. I mean, okay, so the question itself, I think this is just, we're not saying like, what am I trying to say? So yeah, I mean, this live stream, I think, like I said, people struggle with, people have asked me, how do you come up with a project idea? Oh, you built this project, so original. How did you come up with it? And I feel like the question is like, I always say it's like, this is a problem that I faced and I wanted to build a solution for it. So I tried building my own thing. And it's like, have you never wished, or if you're someone that knows how to code, I feel like you gain that mentality like, oh, I could build anything. You have the opportunity, or anybody can have the opportunity to build anything, but to make your life easier, to save you time, to, why do we use the internet in the first place? To either, waste time or, entertainment. So it's like, now I'm thinking of existential stuff. I think working on software sometimes feels or becomes meaningless. You're like spending the whole day inside in front of a computer, when you could go outside and interact with people and stuff like that. But you chose an occupation where your relationship is that most of the time that you're spending with it is your relationship with your computer. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's not that much human interaction. But nowadays, it's not just everybody. It's like that now everywhere. So it would be nice to have like a hybrid of, I wish people who are building stuff I think the best thing is to really interact with the people that you're trying to find a solution to a problem for, and really get their feedback, because that's very gratifying. Like, you're helping people, or saving people money or time or anything of like that. Because yeah, when When you're on your deathbed, everybody's going to die eventually. Are you going to think about, oh my God, like I worked at that company for 30, 40 years and those were the best years of my life. No, you're not going to say that. You're going to be like, oh my God, I had such a good time on that trip with the family that one time, or, oh, like that was a really good, what's it called? I really love my pets. I don't know. I'm saying some random stuff right now. Anyway, yes. I think this is a good starting point, but all valid questions. It's great to question things and why, people do stuff. This is, I guess, just my thought process and at the moment, and probably will update this or maybe not touch this again, but it's just a start. Anyway, wow, that was deep. Thank you. Yeah. Think about these things. Anyway, okay, you guys, I think I might end it a little bit early today. It's been hot. It's been getting hot. Do you know what I worry about? I worry about global warming. That's the underlying things I worry about. Global warming. I live in California, so I worry about earthquakes subconsciously or like in the back of my head. Why end it early? Because it's hot and I need to go take a nap because the whole day I've been in front of the computer. So I gave myself, I think, 1 hour today to live stream for consistency and talk to you guys. So yeah, yep, get a fan and pop it an Advil. Honestly, no, I have a very low tolerance for talking for a prolonged period of time. I had a meeting, we were on it for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and then like 10 minutes after that meeting I had another one, and we were talking for 2 hours. So, and then right now another hour. So I've been talking having conversations with people for the last 5, 6, 7 hours nonstop. So not complaining, just knowing my limits. Everyone should come up with goals and act on them. Yeah, amen to that. Yes. Okay. Too many people procrastinate. Yeah, too many people procrastinate. Too many people talk but don't do anything. Less talking, more doing, you guys. And I think people get overwhelmed because they're like, there's so many things to do. Do small things at a time. They lose sight of the vision for their lives. Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Some life advice, but it's, go outside, touch some grass, book Atomic Habits. Yes, I read the book. It is a great book. The other book, there's another book also. It's called The Power of Habit. That's a good book as well. But you could read as many books as you want. You can, read as many. It could be applied to anything. Diet books, what else? Self-help books. If you're not applying the things that you read, right? If you, like you said, if you don't take action, then what's gonna happen? Nothing. There's not gonna be any change. So take small actions to then, which compiles to end up being like you changing whatever you want to change or get progress. Anyway, as the saying goes, how terrible is wisdom when it brings no profit to the man who is wise. I've never heard of that saying, and that's interesting. That's an interesting quote. Who said that? Is this by Oedipus, Sophocles? Oh, look at that. We are in our hands, and man's noblest task is to help others to the best of his means and powers. Alas, how terrible is it to have wisdom when it doesn't benefit those who have it. Interesting. Oh, I like that. Philosophical. Thanks for sharing that. I love this stuff. So if you have more of it, let me know. Okay. Okay, you guys, I think I'm going to end it for today. Let's see. I know this was a different type of live stream. I don't know. I just felt like more to come. Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm full of lessons. Awesome. Glad to hear. You should post it on X or Twitter or something. I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate it. There are a lot of good accounts that do that. Post like life lessons. I know Naval is one of them and a couple others. I can't think of right now, but I think nope, most don't listen. No, most don't listen. Yeah, that's a good point. Their choice. Yep, exactly. Okay, guys, have a good one. Have a good rest of your Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully on time, because I had other stuff going on. But like I said, if not, I try my best to do it later in the day, or I'll let you know on the Discord. On Discord, if I'm gonna be late or miss one. I don't know where else to put it, but I think Discord is the main place. But anyway, okay. Thanks, you guys. Have a good one, and see ya.